Dear friends, please write you in the comments what you think about this story. And if something unusual and mystical has happened to you too, you can write us about it. This inexplicable story unfolded during a hunting trip with my father in the Altai Mountains. A man, seemingly trapped between worlds, appeared to be following us. He would materialize and disappear right in the open space. Later, we understood what he wanted. We organize hunting and fishing tours in the mountainous Altai region for tourists. However, sometimes my father and I venture out on our own, far from civilization, to explore new places and hunt in peace. This time, we went quite far, set up camp with a tent and a campfire. On the third day of our stay, I climbed a rock uphill from the camp to take some photos of Altai for a new promotional brochure. Suddenly, a bright column of light appeared not far from me, seemingly rising from the rock. I've seen strange and unusual things in life, but this left me speechless. I stood still, scanning the surroundings with my eyes and head, trying to figure out who could be shining a powerful spotlight so high in the mountains, far from any civilization. However, I found no one, and the light disappeared as unexpectedly as it appeared. I carefully examined the entire rock. No traces of a person. I descended to the camp and shared this with my father. We pondered and recalled that beyond the mountain, there's a dacha belonging to a high-ranking official. Perhaps the government is conducting some developments there. We decided to leave the area just to be safe. Early in the morning, after loading our catch into backpacks, we headed toward the pass and our car. A little away from the camp, I turned around and looked at the rock where I saw the strange light yesterday. What I saw anchored me to the spot. At the top, there was a man. He was moving back and forth, as if unable to determine which way to run. I pulled out binoculars and have observed him closely. Tall, slender, in strange dark clothing, resembling a uniform, with no belongings visible. Strangely, he ran on the rock as if unaware that one careless move could make him fall from a great height. And at one point, he froze in motion. A clap followed, and the man disappeared. I scanned the surroundings. Nothing unusual anymore, and hurried to catch up with my father. But just 50 steps later, I heard the clap again, seemingly nearby. I turned and was stunned. The man, in the pose in which he vanished, appeared on the trail on the slope of the mountain. After a couple of seconds, he vanished again and reappeared 100 meters away from me. I even heard him mumbling and groaning. Suddenly, he started moving again. However, there was something strange. He wasn't running forward or backward. He was moving within a radius of 5 meters, as if invisible boundaries restrained him. His jumps resembled scenes from a teleportation movie. It was as if he was moving in space and couldn't stop, as if stuck between worlds and unable to find a way out. After a couple of minutes, he vanished again. I hurried to catch up with my father, and together we ran towards the pass, and the car left there. When we were about 50 meters from the car, a deafening clap echoed behind us. I told my father to run to the car, raised my hunting rifle, and turned around. A young guy stood right behind me. He yelled, "Help, I'm stuck," and immediately froze, with his mouth open and eyes filled with horror. It was as if someone had pressed the pause button while watching a movie, and in a moment he disappeared again, dissolved in the air. He simply vanished before my eyes. He had nowhere to go. He just disappeared. The car horn sounded, snapping me out of my stupor. I placed the backpack in the trunk and sat next to my father. Strangely, after the stranger's words, the fear subsided. I don't know if it was curiosity or just the desire to help, but we waited for about an hour and then left. Later, discussing what we had seen with my father, we concluded that the guy stuck between worlds, having seen me once, somehow tuned into me to move closer and ask for help. But perhaps my frightened look with a hunting rifle in hand stopped him. He didn't teleport even closer to me. And as for it being teleportation, I no longer have any doubts.